Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans. And recently I covered the debacle involving that primary school teacher at Schweizer-Reneke who was suspended. And now Solidarity, which is the union for teachers in South Africa, has come out in support of her, unconditional support of her. This is after the mainstream media labelled her actions as racist and condemned her publicly. What the mainstream media did is disgusting in the extreme, and they should be ashamed of themselves. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to first read Solidarity's statement, because I think it's very important that people know exactly what happened and the impact that all this has had on this poor lady. When you hear her story, because after that I will play you a video which unfortunately is in Afrikaans, I'm just warning you about that, but in effect what she says is that she's a good woman and she's been treated abysmally, and she's very upset. You can see that from her demeanor, and she's crying, and she's very brave to get up in front of the media, you know. I take my hat off to her. Okay, let me read the statement that Solidarity brought out. It stated the 5th of January 2019, in other words, it came out today. And this is a shout out to Captain. Thank you, Captain. He's obviously in the know of what's going on in Schweizer-Reneke. Solidarity is set to serve court papers before the end of the week, asking that the unlawful suspension of Schweizer-Reneke teacher Elana Barkhuizen be lifted as a matter of urgency. Moreover, Solidarity will ask the South African Human Rights Commission, SAHRC, to investigate the actions of Northwest Education MEC Selo Lehari, as well as the actions taken by several political parties. Solidarity will also request the leader of the DA, Muzi Maimane, to take disciplinary action against his youth leader, Luyolo Mpiti. Solidarity is also considering civil action following the investigations, which may include a libel claim, amongst others. Lehari's rash action has caused untold trauma to an innocent teacher and her family, who are fearing for their lives, while her dignity was severely impaired. Moreover, she has been presented to the entire world as a racist. Now, that is basically the knob of the matter, the core of the matter. You know, labeling someone like that is just disgusting. I've experienced, and I know a lot of you have experienced this as well, to different degrees, but this woman has been labeled worldwide as a racist. It's just shocking. It's absolutely shocking. The article continues. Without listening to the other side, political parties jumped on the populist bandwagon. The DA's youth leader even suggested on radio that when racism is involved, prior investigation is not needed, even going so far as to mention the particular teacher by name in a press statement. The fact that has been overlooked, though, is that Barkhuizen was neither employed by the state nor by the MEC, as she'd been appointed by the school's governing body. Moreover, her own class was not involved. She merely took the photo. Hence, the wrong employer acted, and in the process a teacher was suspended in error. The life of an outstanding and beloved teacher was wrecked overnight by a Bundu court. The teacher is known for her kind heart and for the sandwiches she brings from home for hungry children at school, both black and white alike. She has been suspended by an MEC standing on a pedestal, acting in a manner that is totally unlawful. In effect, the Bundu court found her guilty in public, and she received a phone call to inform her of her suspension. Her post is a governing body post, yet the MEC, acting outside his powers, insisted on her suspension. No correct procedures were followed. No one paid heed to legal processes. It did not matter to anyone that she was not the teacher of the class in question. Without following due process, she was unceremoniously charged, found guilty, and punished by way of humiliation. The basic tenets of justice were not heeded, namely to listen to the other side too. The teacher now has to prove her innocence in the face of any legal rule. Solidarity is going to represent Mrs. Elana Barkhuizen. Formal process will reveal the true state of affairs. Several other investigations are currently underway, which will hopefully reveal the truth of what happened in the classroom. To the major embarrassment of many players, the true version will annul the Bundu court's verdict. The formal process will reveal that what we are dealing with in this instance are teachers who cared. They had to make little ones who did not speak English or Afrikaans only. Tswana, feel at home. I'll just say that again. They had to make little ones who didn't speak English or Afrikaans, only Tswana, feel at home. They are educationists, and they know that the most important thing on the first day is to make the little ones feel secure in their new environment. The teacher in question went the extra mile by bringing her private domestic worker to school to act as interpreter for the little ones. The kids in the class all helped each other along. When she took the picture, Elana Barkhuizen was not wearing the community's race-tinted glasses, because that is not how she views the children in her class. It is for that stance that she is now being vilified publicly. Solidarity has appointed a top legal team to represent her insofar as labour law matters are concerned. We will leave no stone unturned to take steps against every high-profile official who is party to Bundu law activities. South Africa is a constitutional state governed by rules, and high-profile government officials and political parties are required to obey those rules. Solidarity does not accept the Bundu court's ruling at all and will fight until justice prevails. The Bundu court's weakness lies in the fact that the truth does not matter to it. However, a court of law will expose it. If at this stage we allow people to get away with this kind of Bundu justice, it will become the rule rather than the exception. At this stage, the battle for justice has therefore only just begun. For now, we are focusing on restoring Ms. Barkhuizen's human dignity. Whatever the investigations into events in the classrooms reveal, a huge injustice has been done to her and her family. She deserves an apology, and we want to appeal to South Africa to help restore her human dignity so that we do not lose an outstanding teacher. The little one she teaches deserves it. Now, the video that follows really speaks for itself, and I'm sorry it's in Afrikaans, but I can, as I've summarized earlier, the teacher who is giving her side of the story explains that she's a good woman, that she did nothing wrong, but, you know, you can see how emotionally upset she is. This is really tragic, and it's got to stop. This kind of Bundu court labeling is just beyond the pale. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a good evening. Bye.
Barkhuizen. Ek is 'n mama. Ek is 'n vrou. En ek is 'n juffrou. Mense wat my ken, sê ek is 'n goeie juffrou. Hulle beklei om hulle kinders in my klas te hê. Mense weet, hulle kan hulle kinders vir my gee en ek gee my hele hart vir hulle. Vandat ek kan onthou, wou ek 'n juffrou wees en met kindertjies werk. dikwels 'n ondankbare beroep. Maar my betaling is glimlagte, soene en drukkies. Ek is bevoorreg om elke jaar bang en onsekere klein graad 1 maatjies te sien ontpop met bietjie liefde en aandag van my kant af. Kinders wat voor my sit, is almal ewe bang en is almal ewe onseker oor my heel eerste dag by die groot skool. Maar ek sien ook in hulle oogies die blink vir die opwindende tyd wat vir hulle wag. Ek werk nie vir die politiek nie. Ek gee klas, ek is 'n juffrou. My beroep is my liefde vir kinders, bloot omdat hulle net kinders is. Ek sien hoe elkeen van my kinders 'n nuwe wêreld ontdek en ek help hulle om dit te bemeester. Ek sien hoe onsekerde skouertjies verander in lagge siggies en in vreugde na 'n drukkie. Ek stap saam met elke een van hulle, dag vir dag, jaar na jaar. My hart breek as ek hulle sien, wanneer hulle moet aanbeweeg. Maar ek is trots. Ek is trots om te sien, dis reg vir die volgende stap. En dit is wat 'n juffrou doen. Ongeag ras, ongeag hulle agtergrond. 'n Onderwyser is die kers wat ander se vlammetjies aansteek, al is dit ten koste van hulle self. Verlede week het my wêreld verander. 'n Foto wat ek geneem het van 'n gelukkige klas vol kindertjies op hulle eerste skooldag is deur opportuniste teen my kinders en my skool gebruik. Onsekere graad R maatjies het op hulle eerste dag deur die media genadeloos uitgebuit. Wat 'n opwindende dag moes wees, was nie. Die gevolg was getraumatiseerde kinders wat huil en by my sekerheid soek. En ek wat hulle probeer kalm hou, terwyl ek self moet toekyk hoe my lewe verwoes word. Ek weet nie wat hierdie mense probeer het om my lewe te verwoes nie. Ek weet nie wat hulle wou regkry nie. Ek weet net dat ek magteloos moes staan en toekyk hoe ek van 'n verhoog veroordeel moes word. Hoe ek beledig geword het. En vertel word dat hulle my ken en hulle het my nog nooit gesien nie. Hierdie mense het my nog nooit ontmoet nie. En hulle vertel presies wie ek is. Hoe hulle my goeie naam geslaan en geskop het. En toe verder geskop het vir die plesier daarvan. Ek gaan my nie laat vertel wat my waardes is deur enige iemand anders nie. Ek gaan hierdie pad stap. Ek gaan my naam skoonmaak. Ek gaan hierdie magtige mense aanvat en wen. Ek, 'n goeie onderwyser. Ek is nie alleen in hierdie stryd nie. Vir almal, wit en swart, in my gemeenskap en nasionaal, wat vir my 'n boodskap of 'n gebed gestuur het. So ongelooflik baie dankie. Ek weet dat ek nie op alles kon reageer nie. Maar ek wil net vir julle sê, ek het elke liewe boodskap gelees. En ek waardeer elke liewe bemoediging uit my hart. Veral vir die ouers wit en swart wat herhaaldelik vir die media en almal wat wel wou luister, wil ek baie dankie sê. Dit beteken vir my ongelooflik baie. Moenie vir my jammer wees nie. Ek gaan nie lê nie. Ek gaan beklei. Ek gaan dood seker maak dat wat met my gebeur het, nooit weer met enige ander onderwyser gaan gebeur nie. Ek is vir dit verskuldig aan my eie klasie, aan my mede-onderwysers en elke kind in Suid-Afrika wat 'n goeie onderwyser nodig het. Ons durf nie toelaat dat hierdie mense wat kom haat saai, twyfel en 'n onderwyser se hart laat ontstaan nie. Vir soveel kinders is onderwysers dalk die enigste liefde en ondersteuning wat hulle kan kry. Vir almal is onderwysers van die belangrikste figure in hulle lewe. Ek sal nie toelaat dat hierdie kinders goeie onderwysers ontneem word nie. Ek sal nie toelaat dat onderwysers derentyd op eiers loop sodat 'n haatbende bevredig kan word nie. Ek is 'n goeie onderwyser. Ek gee nie om oor enigiets anders as die welstand van elke liewe maatjie in my klas. Ek sal ten alle tye doen wat die beste is vir my kinders in my klas. Nou ook. As ek nie het nie, was ek nie 'n goeie onderwyser. Ek is Elana Barkhuizen. Ek gaan opstaan vir my klasie en vir elke ander onderwyser.